All right. Welcome to another episode of the On God Podcast. It is me, your host, Reggie, back again with another episode of the On God Podcast. Here to talk about some stuff with you guys. So let's get into it. So, recently, my GOAT, LeBron James, broke the all-time scoring record in the NBA. He now has the most points scored ever in the NBA, and he recently did that. And a lot of people are reheating the GOAT conversation, as a lot of people believe that that's just one more thing added to his resume in terms of who's the GOAT, or should he be considered the GOAT? And with that, it's bringing a lot of more conversations about who is the true GOAT. Now, I just want to say, me personally, I think that's what he's done. Like, the whole breaking the record is insane, really. Just to have that many careers, and not only that, but to produce at the rate he's been producing consistently year in and year out is ridiculous. Like, he averages like 30 points a game. That's fucking insane. Like, it was 30.4 or something. I think it was like top 5 points per game average ever. It's fucking insane. So yeah, it just shows how much of a player, like, just how good of an all-around player he is. And how efficient he is too. Like, he took way less shots. He played less games than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. For those to get some context, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the previous holder. I know I'm getting into my sports shit. Niggas who don't really get in sports probably like, what the fuck? But no, real shit. It's cool to see LeBron do something like that. I mean, before him breaking the scoring record, I was pro him being my GOAT. Like, I was confident in believing that he was the GOAT. But him doing this just adds more to the fuel. Like, yeah, he's the GOAT. That, in my opinion, I feel like he's the GOAT. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, I can see how people will say Michael Jordan's the GOAT, but just in terms of just all-around player, what he's done for the game and impact and shit, I think LeBron has just as good a case as Michael Jordan, if not better, in my opinion. I feel like the only thing people have over LeBron is the rings, like the whole finals record and the rings. But other than that, I feel like LeBron has had one of, if not the best career any NBA player could have had, in my opinion, again. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, I just want to talk about that, though, because, a lot of people are bringing up the GOAT convos again. A lot of people are thinking, like, it shouldn't really be a convo to be had anymore. Like, it's so far past that LeBron is the GOAT. And I ain't mad at that. Like, what more does he need to do? Like, in my eyes, he's definitely the GOAT, in my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. I feel like the GOAT debate is very subjective. Whether you want to argue for Michael Jordan, LeBron, shit, even Kareem, I think those, or Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, like, you got good arguments for those dudes, but really, in my opinion, just to witness LeBron, being able to witness LeBron and what he's doing and what he has done, he's my GOAT, definitely. And I'm really proud of him for doing something like breaking the whole record and shit. It's just cool to see. You just like to be witnessing history. It's really cool. Just witnessing greatness. It's amazing to see. It really is. Truthfully, I didn't think he was gonna break it. It was Tuesday night, 2 nights ago. I didn't think he was gonna break it that night, and he proved me wrong. Yep, I'm happy he did, though. All right, let's talk about the Grammys. So the Grammys, I didn't watch the Grammys. I usually don't watch. I haven't watched an award show in a fucking minute. Like, I'm not a big an award show watcher. Like, really, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'd rather, just find out who won the award type shit. But it's been a lot of controversy with this year's Grammys, I guess, in terms of like who should have won and who really, like, who won and who really deserved it and whatever. And a lot of people in there are just like, the Grammys have just been a joke. And in my opinion, I feel like the Grammys been a joke. Like, and I feel like ever since they gave Macklemore that rap album of the year over like Good Kid, Mad City, or was it To Pimp a Butterfly? Yeah, I think it was over To Pimp a Butterfly. I mean, was it To Pimp a Butterfly? I think it was Good Kid, Mad City, bro. Now I gotta go check it out. I think it was Good Kid, Mad City. Macklemore winning Good Kid, Mad City. I was like, okay, yeah. I can't really take the Grammy seriously. Now, I can understand why a lot of people be wanting motherfuckers to win a Grammy. And I understand why artists would want to win a Grammy, because that's like monumental towards them and the record label and shit. But really, in terms of like a general consensus, well, I can't speak for everybody, but it's, for me personally, I don't really take the Grammy seriously. Now, I know that's easy to say because I'm not an artist, I don't plan on being type shit, so I don't really care to win an award from them. So I can easily say I don't give a fuck about a Grammy. But I can see why, if people who are in the music industry are wanting Grammys or are striving for Grammys, because it's a Grammy. Drake got that song about him, with Future and shit. So I can see why people might want a Grammy. But at the same time, I feel like you can have such an amazing career without winning a Grammy. Like, that shouldn't be the staple of your career, especially how they've been going about the awards and shit lately. Like, it's like you really can't take that panel seriously. Like, the Academy, whatever the fuck they're called, you can't really take them seriously, because if you Google and research the consensus of people who do the voting on these awards, it's like 75 to 90% white. And I'm not saying white people ain't got good taste in music, but at the same time, it's like, damn, we supposed to trust these motherfuckers? And we talking about for the best music period. Like, how are they to say they have the best ears? I don't know. I don't really be giving a fuck about them. I don't really take the Grammy seriously. Like, especially ever since that whole Kendrick Lamar snub. And there's been other instances like Beyonce getting snubbed. Like, I got the list of the winners and shit. Like, I think one of the biggest controversies was Harry Styles winning Album of the Year, because a lot of people feel like he makes like Target, H&M, Forever 21 type music, which he kind of does. Like, Apple Music commercial type shit, commercials music. Damn, I can't talk. He makes that type of music, like good corporate ad music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had like a corporate meetup, that's the background music that they would have type shit. And just looking at all the winners and all the nominations, like Song of the Year was won by Bonnie Raitt, Just Like That. And if you look at the nominations for Song of the Year, it's some good songs. And they gave it to, like, at least give it to fucking, I don't know, man. I really like, I don't even know who Bonnie Raitt is. Shout out to her though. And I heard snippets of that song. All I can say is that song gotta have white people in the fucking craze, cause I don't see niggas like, hey, put on that Bonnie Raitt type shit. You know what I'm saying? I again, that's strict. That might be strictly for the Caucasians. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, Song of the Year though, for that song to win Song of the Year, that's nuts. And apparently it's not by popularity. We don't know what they be going off when they, like, we don't know what they go off when they pick who to win, like, with these awards, really. You can't tell if they go off popularity or quality. It's just like a clusterfuck when they pick these award winners, really. It's just like it's such a weird pattern. I'm gonna be honest with you. At least Kendrick Lamar won Best Rap Album, which he should have. I mean, there was really almost no. I mean, maybe Pusha T's album could have won, but other than that, I don't see any of these other candidates. Like, you got Jack Harlow's album, which I did not listen to, which I don't plan on. Future's album, which I thought was really good, and DJ Khaled's album, which I did not listen to, which I also don't plan on. I like the Future nomination. I'm happy he was nominated, but yeah, Kendrick Lamar definitely deserved that by far, in my opinion. And I'm happy he did one. Beyonce got Grammys, of course. She got, best danced album. She got I think she won another one about fucking best R&B song. Yeah, best R&B song. So, she got like, I'm sure she got like 20, 30 plus Grammys. It's like easy for her. It's easy for her. That's just like light work for Beyonce. But yeah, man, I really don't see why people so watch the Grammys or even take them seriously. Like, if I had a favorite artist win a Grammy, cool. If they get snubbed, I just charge it to the game. Like, who are we to say that we can't pronounce that album as better than what the Grammys say? Cause when the Grammys decided Macklemore's rap album was better than Good Kid, Mad City, we really gonna take the Grammys' word when we all generally know that was not a better album? So you get what I'm saying? Like, at the same time, like, yeah, they the Grammys, but at the same time, it's like, we should know what's better type shit, if that makes any sense. Like, we know we can't always go off of them. Basically, that's all I'm saying. But people still gonna watch it. People still gonna want Grammys. I ain't trying to convince people not to do the opposite. I'm just saying, like, I don't really take them seriously, but I can see why people do. Definitely. Alright, I'm gonna play this TikTok, cause it'd be like what a lot of dudes do. So I'm gonna just play it.
We cannot beat this motherfucking team for shit.
Alright. So the caption is a TikTok. He's frustrated, you heard, we can't beat this team for shit. And the caption says, when you see a 10 out of 10 black queen with another drug dealer, scammer, wannabe rapper, or bum. Now, me personally, I'm sick or tired of this argument from a lot of you men. It's really weak as fuck, bro. It's really weak as fuck, like, and it gives a sense of hating, like, you hating on the next man, which you shouldn't be doing. But you niggas been hating since the dawn of time. To think niggas just gonna stop hating is ridiculous. Y'all just be hating, it's cool. But at the same time, let's be real. When dudes say shit like this or make posts like this, it just gives that, all girls like are bad guys, and girls just want drug dealers and guys that don't like them, and they just like scam. Grown ass man bitching on the internet about what hoes like. See, my thing is, you should realize as a man that not all women think like not all women want a fucking drug dealer, scammer, wannabe rapper and shit. Just because you see a small or a good population of women liking that or going towards your type of men don't mean all women. And I know that may be seeming hard for a lot of you niggas to understand, but it is true. Now, I ain't really trying to cape for women, because I've seen with my first eye, like firsthand, women typically do gravitate towards those type of dudes. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Me, see, as somebody who realized that, I charge it to the game. I realized that I ain't gotta pretend to be like those type of dudes to get some pussy or to get some women, when I can just be myself and still get those type of women that do want those type of dudes. See, look, when you be yourself, man, you get all types of women that like you when you be yourself. And that's genuinely what I would want men to do. Just be yourself. Why would you be mad that when you see dudes who are those type of dudes, like drug dealers, scammers, and whatever the fucks, why be upset when you should just, why be upset when you see women like those type of dudes, when you can just be yourself and worry about the women that you attract for being yourself? Cause women gonna like what they like, bruh. Real shit. Women have come out and admitted, hey, I don't know, it's just a thrill. I like those type of dudes. Ain't nothing wrong with it, cause men like crazy ass hoes too. Men like hoes that, men like women that beat on them. Men like women who cuss them out in public. Am I lying? So it's kind of the same shit. Like women like niggas who ain't good for them. Same with men. Men like going back to women that they know ain't good for them. It's the same shit, yo. But I need men to stop crying about shit like that. Oh, all the girls want are drug dealers and bad guys. They don't like good guys like me. You niggas be grown ass men saying that type of shit. Some of you niggas be in y'all's fucking 30s saying that type of shit. Women don't like good guys. They just like scammers and drug dealers. Stop fucking bitching, nigga. You're a grown ass man. Like, worry about yourself as a man before worrying about what bitches like out of these other niggas. God damn, just be yourself. I like real shit. That's the only thing you can do. Be yourself. Worry about being yourself. When you be yourself, that's when women come. Now, if you can't do shit when you being yourself, you gotta start doing self-realization. Okay, what do I need to do? Type shit. But at the end of the day, be yourself. God damn. Oh, girls just, and then a lot of times you niggas aren't even good guys. Like a lot of times y'all not even nice guys. Like y'all just like y'all like to say y'all nice guys, but y'all just want some pussy, just like the next nigga. So stop trying to pretend you're a nice guy, cause really y'all not nice. Y'all only nice to bitches y'all want to fuck. Cause once y'all do fuck, that whole nice guy act is out the fucking window. And you know what? A lot of women know that, and they still want to fuck. And then a lot of women just don't know that, because a lot of you niggas are good liars. But that's a whole nother shit. The moral of the story is, stop with that whole women only like bad guys. Cause you know, there was a small phase in my life where I used to think like that. And I mean shit, and it's true really. If you be honest, like, let's just be real, it is true. Like, but again, you can say the same thing for men. But when it comes to women are gonna like those dudes who just don't give a fuck, who like, you know, the bad guys. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Charge it to the fucking game. One thing you should do is stop fucking bitching. Stop crying about that shit, bro. It's just not a good look, bro. Look, there's like 4 billion women on this planet. There is no shortage. I swear to God, there is no shortage of women. When you see women who like these type of dudes, keep it pushing, bro. There are women for you that all you gotta do is just be yourself and chilling. Why are you worrying about women that want those type of dudes? That's just my logic, though. I ain't never been mad at a woman for liking what she like. If she like a nigga for doing that type of shit, if she don't want an athlete, a scammer, a nigga, a bum, because let's be honest, women like bums. If she want to do that, cool, that's her prerogative. Women gonna like what they like, bro. Can't stop that. That's all I gotta say about it. Cause that shit be lame as fuck. All that damn crying niggas be doing. Oh, girls don't like bad guys. Girls just like bad guys. That shit is so weak, bro. That shit weak as fuck, and it's so crazy. I see this shit all the time on the internet. Women don't like good guys. Women don't like normal guys. Women don't like 9 to 5 guys. Women only like scammers with money. Women. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Damn. Just a bunch of grown ass men bitching on the internet. My God, bro. Women don't even like real men anymore. Women don't like nice guys. And whole time y'all ain't be nice. Y'all be rude as fuck. Just be desperate for some pussy, but want to be a nice guy. A lot of you niggas don't even got manners towards women. Like, y'all don't even respect women in like a human sense, but y'all call yourselves nice guys. Bruh, hey, real shit though. For the niggas who call themselves nice guys, you just want some pussy, bro. It's okay, bro. Just say you want some pussy. Don't go to the extreme of like the sense of delusion where you really think you a fucking nice guy. Cause I feel like most nice guys don't let them know, so, like, don't let the world know, hey, I'm a nice guy. Why am I not getting any women? Cause you really ain't a nice guy, nigga. You a piece of shit who just wants some pussy. Like, let's be real. I feel like when you be real with yourself, look, as a man, you gotta be real with yourself, bro. Real shit. If you ain't gonna be real with yourself, who else is? You gotta be the first person to be real with yourself, in my opinion. You gotta be the first person to check yourself. Cause a lot of times we ain't really got nobody else in our life to put ourselves in check. To you know what I'm saying, really realize what's going on and shit. I feel like you gotta put yourself in check as a man. That's just me though. That's just how I look at it and shit. Alright, so Delta 8 is going crazy in America. For those who don't know, it's like CBD. It's like legal hemp that was passed in the Farm Bill in 2018, and basically a bunch of companies are coming out with legal Delta 8 like vapes and flour and edibles and shit. And it's like, it's a big wave now with just a bunch of like legal products. And I'm sure a lot of people have seen, I'm sure a lot of y'all may have seen it in the gas station. If you've been in a smoke shop, they got stuff like that. Like, it's like the closest thing to the real marijuana stuff. And the reason I brought it up is they are coming, like, each month or each year, they are coming closer and closer to what you can get from like real thing in terms of effects. Like, they keep coming out with new variations of Delta 8. Like, in the beginning it was just Delta 8. Now it's HHC and THCO and THCP, HHCP. Like, all these different variations with different effects and shit. And they are still all being researched and trying to be solidified if legal or not type shit. So it's all in a work of progress. And basically, I'm just trying to figure out why all of this is allowed, but we still can't get cannabis legal. And the whole reason I think cannabis is still illegal on a federal level, I ain't even trying to get on no conspiracy shit, like conspiracy theory shit, but on some real shit, it has like implications and ties to a lot of shit. Like, for example, I feel like marijuana has a lot of positive benefits in terms of just like anxiety and depression and shit that would, if legal, would cut into a lot of industries' profits. For example, pharmacy. If marijuana was legal on a federal level nationally, a lot of industries lose money, like pharmacy for sure, because people would take less pills. They don't have to take pills as much, so they can just smoke the gas. Hospitals would lose a lot of money. These are just some of the ones I can think off of mine. There are other things that will lose money because because of weed being illegal on federally, and a lot of people have to rely on the pills. They got to go to the doctors, you know, all that shit. They got to, like, if they got back pain, they got to go to a chiropractor. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether we could have a reality where marijuana is legal, and, you know, I feel like health expenses would be drastically reduced. And that's not a good thing for hospitals and doctors. So, and pharmacists and all these other industries that are making profit with it being illegal. Now, I feel like that's just an association. There's a coincidence that's why it's not still legal. Because all these states, it's like 20 plus states. And it's growing every other year of them legalizing fucking weed. Fucking Maryland has it legal now, I think. Virginia, I think. DC, I know DC is legal. It's like the damn nation's capital is legal, but Georgia can't get that shit. Florida, states you would think would have it legal. I think you would think Florida had it legal, but at the same time, it's a very conservative ass state. It's just so wild to me that even the nation's capital legalized weed. All these states, New York legalized it. All these states are legalizing it. But you got some states, I feel like it shouldn't even be on a state level. When you got more, I feel like it's more states. It's more than half of the states who've legalized it. At some point, we just gotta be like, okay, we just need to make it federal. Again, like the whole country is legal. I don't know, that's just my opinion. And I just don't get why it's still illegal. But I do that. I mean, the reason I think it is still legal is because of what I was saying earlier. Just, it's so many things that would lose money if it was just made legal on a whole national level. And that's just my opinion. I don't want niggas thinking I'm a conspiracy theory and shit. Cause you know, when niggas hear shit like that, they want to think conspiracy theory and shit. I just feel like it's just a simple math. Just math shit. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense why people would want marijuana to still be illegal. Cause it makes money. It gives them money. You know, doctors don't really want you to leave the hospital. They want you to stay there because it gives them money type shit. Pharmaceutical companies, they want you to stay hooked on these pills because it's profitable. I just feel like profit, especially in America today, is number one. It's the number one priority. That's why a lot of these companies are cutting back on shit and just not giving a fuck because it's always profit oriented. But, you know, not to get on my anti-capitalist shit, but, you know, I feel like the more you realize it, in America, everything is tied with capitalism. Literally everything. Just like why marijuana is still illegal. Everything is tied to capitalism, man. Literally everything. Man, I just felt like I just had to speak on that real quick. Alright, I'm gonna play this other TikTok.
Better than a hoe, better than a hoe, better than a hoe, better than a hoe, better than a hoe. Need I say more?
So apparently she gave an update post, she got fired. But regardless of that, I got a question for people. Has anyone noticed that women share a lot on social media? Not all women, obviously. But like, I mean, when it comes to their relationship status, what's going on in their relationship, their jobs, what they're upset about, like just their whole life stories. Has anyone else noticed this trend? Because it's kind of, and maybe I'm willing to concede it's just my For You page. I just don't see as many videos of dudes spilling out literally all of their dirty laundry on the internet. I don't know. But does anyone else think it's kind of weird?
Nah, I also have noticed that with my time being on the internet, I've noticed that women, when it comes to oh shit, let me play the music. When it comes to personal shit, women are willing to let that shit out on the internet. It's like they have no shame. They have no sense of privacy almost. It's like it's like they treat the internet as a therapist, and it's like, no, baby, that's not what the internet is for. And they get so comfortable with just letting super personal stuff, and it's like, there have been dozens of times where I've been scrolling the internet and a woman has admitted to something like real personal, and I'm just like, why are you telling us? Why are you telling us this? We did not need to know this. It'll be some stupid random, yeah, back in the third grade, blah, 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 blah. Or my boyfriend used to blah, blah, blah. And it'd be super personal. It's like, baby, you telling the wrong crowd. You need to tell your therapist this shit. You need to be telling the right people, not the internet. They'll just be tweeting it. They'll put it in a TikTok post it on Instagram. It's just like, huh? Women are a different breed on social media, bro. Real shit, bro. It's like they just don't be giving a fuck. And it's crazy how seriously they take it, but they just don't give a fuck at the same time. Like, they really, and I got a good example. Let me show you. Great example.
I try not to kill myself.
So the caption said, the song, it says, I try not to kill myself. And the caption says, when I met a guy from Tinder and went to kiss him, and he turned his head and said, just suck my dick. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, what? Why would she want... Why would she post that? That's so embarrassing. Like, if I was a woman and something like that happened to me, I'm not gonna run to the internet and be like, y'all, guess what happened to me? Something super embarrassing. Like, what? What be possessing women to be like, yeah, that's some really embarrassing, traumatic shit that just happened to me. Let me let the world know. Like, what? Really, personally, I don't know. Maybe that's the disconnect between men and women. Now, I'm not trying to generalize all women. I'm sure there are a lot of women who don't do this, but at the same time, there are a lot of women who do this. So I don't want to generalize women, but maybe it's a disconnect with men, or I can't speak for all men, but for me, if something traumatic, embarrassing, very private, personal happens, I'm not going to let anybody know, especially the fucking internet. What? And it's one thing, ladies, if y'all was doing this shit on private spam accounts, you motherfuckers do this shit on main accounts, just with hella followers. Just be like, oh yeah, can you remember back when you let your boyfriend cheat on you multiple times and give you a STD? Whoa! Why are you telling us this? Why? And no, women will be like, do you remember that one time my ex had a baby with another woman and I took him back? And they'll just be proudly letting us know. Like, that's embarrassing as fuck. What is wrong with you? Why are you telling us? Like, that's sad. No, really, women will post some really embarrassing shit, and I'll just be like, you let that shit slide and you telling us? I mean, the amount of posts and tweets or whatever of women being like, yeah, he cheated on me multiple times and I took him. So you're telling us you're a dumbass? Is that what you're trying to announce to the world? You're kind of slow? Y'all, I mean, women will post, oh yeah, he had multiple kids with other women, blah, blah, blah. It's just like women will post L's and they'll just be like, yeah, happens. Like, it's okay to keep some shit private, bro. I ain't trying to tell motherfuckers what to do. But I swear to God, ladies, it's okay to take some L's to the grave. Oh, my mama. It's okay. I know it sounds crazy. Take some L's to the grave, bro. Or at least keep them to yourself. Or keep it amongst your friends. We don't need to know. We don't need to know your boyfriend cheated on you, got an STD, gave you the STD, and you stayed with him. We don't need to know that. That's like... And you know, these are all hypotheticals, but at the same time, I'm sure there are women who've posted these type of shits. I've seen these type of shits with my own two eyes where I'm just like, why would you post this? Why? First of all, why would you let that happen? And second of all, why would you let us know that you let that happen? Like, I just don't be getting the logic behind women when they be posting their L's, man. Real shit. It's like a psychology behind that shit. Like, it's kind of like they want to know. It's like they want the world to know, yeah, I took that L. I don't know. And it's real shit. There's sometimes I was like, wow, women be dating villains. Like, women be dating some like real shit. I be thinking women be dating niggas that just genuinely don't like them. The amount of stories women have told, I've seen on the internet about men doing some grimy shit, or like, oh yeah, he cheated on me with my best friend. I be like, that nigga did not like you, bro. Y'all be dating niggas that don't like y'all, bro. And it be so, I feel like it's so obvious when a man don't like you compared to a man who do like you. And the stories y'all be telling me, I be like, that man did not like you, not an ounce. Not only did he not like y'all, he don't be respecting. Like, y'all be dating niggas that don't respect y'all type shit. But you know, we ain't about to get into all that. And we talking about why women be posting so many L's. Cause I be wondering like, what the fuck? What's in the water type shit. That shit crazy, bro. Women gotta stop doing this shit. Alright, so let's talk about ghosting. Ghosting, I feel like nowadays is so common. Like, that's like the go-to way of like detachment nowadays. Motherfuckers don't be like, we should probably stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Explain why we should stop talking. Just me not texting your ass is you know, ghosting is now the hey, we ain't talking type shit. And you know, it's so complex with ghosting, because you got some people who will ghost you like every week, every 2 or 3 weeks or months, and then decide to come back and hit you up. Then you got some people who ghost you just completely, you know what I'm saying? You just don't contact anymore. It's crazy. I've been on, not like usually the receiving end. Me personally, I don't really believe in ghosting anybody, but I'm sure I think I've accidentally ghosted people where it's just like I didn't want to text them anymore. Maybe. I don't think I've ghosted anybody, but maybe I have. I don't know. I don't really like ghosting. Like, if I'm in a situation where I don't want to talk to you anymore, I guess I have to, because I'd rather just stop talking to you in general than let you know why I want to stop talking to you. And I feel like with people, when people get ghosted, the fact that they just stop talking to you should be enough of a message to say why. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be like, why did they ghost me, blah blah blah. It's like, the fact that they ain't talking to you for a long period of time just should let you know all you need to know. That you are no longer a priority. That you don't really, because you know, people don't like to read in between the lines when it comes to ghosting. Like, if somebody goes a specific period of time of not talking to you, that means they are fine with not talking to you, meaning they don't care to talk to you, meaning that you are not a priority. That's what ghosting means. Because on the other end, why would somebody ghost somebody who they like to speak to, who they want to see, who they like spending time with? That don't make any sense. Nobody's going to ghost anybody who they actually like. So if you're on the receiving end of being ghosted, that means that person do not like you. That they don't want to talk to your ass. Cause a lot of people seem to get it confused. Oh, they may, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. They just blah, blah, blah. Nah, they don't want to talk to you. It's just as simple as that, really. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. And that's just how I look at it. Like, people always need an explanation as to why. That's a luxury few people can have. Like, I feel like that's not a requirement If somebody decides to just stop talking to you, you don't deserve an explanation as to why they stopped talking to you. That's not how life works. And it really shouldn't matter. Now, depending on the person in your life, I guess it maybe matter. Like, of course it matters if it's your girlfriend or boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever. Maybe even a friend. I guess it matters. But at the same time, in my head, it's like, for me, if I was to get ghosted by somebody close to me, I would want to know. But at the same time, I can't just sit around and be pondering about what I've done wrong or what I did as to why they stopped talking to me. Because at the end of the day, that's their decision every day, every week, every month to not speak to me. So they clearly don't want to speak to me. So why would I be wondering about what I did or what I didn't do for a person to not be speaking to me, when I can just be myself and do what I need to be doing? Because they clearly don't want to speak to me. So why would I be stressing about somebody who don't want to speak to me? That's what you should think about it, really. Like, if you've been ghosted, that means that person don't want to talk to you. So why should you be worrying about somebody who don't want to talk to you? And it may sucks because a lot of times we get ghosted by people we actually thought were cool, who we actually liked, who we actually saw a future with. Like, damn, I actually like this person. And then boom, you get ghosted. They just stop talking to you out of the blue. It happens like that. I feel like that's just life. And when you look at, like, that's just how I look at it with life. Like, I feel like every connection we make with a human is timed. Like, you don't know how long you're going to spend with that person every time you meet a new person. Every time you get a new girlfriend or a new boyfriend. You don't know how long it's going to be. Or a new friendship. Just any human connection. You never know how long you are in that person's life or vice versa. So, really, I feel like ghosting is a part of that. Just like, if somebody was to ghost you, that means that they weren't really an essential role in your life. That they weren't really trying to play a permanent role in your life. That's really the message you should be taking, instead of being like sad or confused and shit. Cause, you know, people ghost people all the time, especially nowadays. It's just a thing. But I feel like you should look at the act itself. The act itself of ghosting has so many messages like behind it. Like, in my head, it's just like, if you get ghosted, that means that person don't want to talk to you. That's what essentially it means. Basically. And when you meet new people, it's just like every connection is just not guaranteed, basically. You don't know how long these people gonna be in your life. You don't know if you could be ghosted the next day with your friends, your family. It don't matter. Everybody be getting ghosted. But I just look at it as, this is one of those things now. It's just normal nowadays. It's just like, if I was to get ghosted by somebody, I just charge it to the game, because I'm not obligated to that person speaking to me. That's just how I feel about it. Like, I'm not that obligated to where I need somebody to be speaking to me or responding to my text or responding to my phone calls or their time. I don't really feel obligated to a person's time where I need a response. So if somebody was to ghost me, I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. We had a good time type shit. Like, that's, I don't know, maybe I'm just so good at detachment. Like, I'm not going to make it seem like I don't care about somebody or I just don't give a fuck, because I do be giving a fuck, especially if I really like you. If I get ghosted by somebody I really like, I'm gonna be upset. But at the end of the day, again, I gotta look at what the message it says. Getting ghosted by somebody means I don't want to speak to you. You're not a priority. It has so many implications. That's like, on the receiving end of being ghosted, it just means you're not a priority. I don't want to talk to you. So why would I be upset about that? Like, at the same time, I'll be upset, but at the same time, I won't be. Because everybody has, you know, a purpose and shit. You know, everybody ain't gonna be permanent in your life, all of that. That's, again, my view on life and shit. That's just how I look at it. and shit. But I don't really approve of ghosting. But if I have to do it, like somebody's really talking, like I don't really feel like I'll be in a position of ghosting. But if I was, like, it is what it is type shit. But typically I'm on the receiving end of ghosted. Like I get ghosted all the time. Like to the point where I'm just normal. Like it's normal. Especially on how I view human connections in life. Like everybody, I don't know, like. I'm not really obligated to people's time and shit like that. I don't know who could stop talking to me today type shit. Like I'm just happy to have the people in my life, and you know I try not to take them for granted because they could be gone for the next day. They could stop talking to me the next day. So I'm just appreciating the people who fuck with me because I fuck with them type shit. And that's just how I look at it. And if they were, and I kind of have it prepared, like. Even the people who are really close to me, like if they were to just stop talking to me today, I would be upset. Like I already prepared myself, like, if that was to happen, because it could happen. It's a very possibility, a very possible reality that all of my friends or people close to me could just stop talking to me the next day. And if that was to happen, what would I do? How would I feel? You know, I already processed it. Of course I would be upset, but at the end of the day, if somebody stops talking to you, that means that they don't want to talk to you, meaning you should just move on. Because why be upset about somebody who don't want to talk to you? But yeah, that's how I just think about ghosting and shit like that. But yeah, it's crazy how normalized that shit is. It's just so normal today. But yeah, I think that was a good way to end the episode. I think we talked about some good stuff, you know, LeBron and stuff, women posting the L's and shit. And I really don't want to seem like I'm misogynistic. I mean, I try to be equally, you know, hard on both sides, because, you know, I don't like men either, and I'm a man. I don't want to ever seem like I'm sexist and shit. Like, I love women, I always will. But, you know, talk about some good shit. I think it was a good episode. Hopefully everybody who was listening enjoyed. And just stay on the lookout for the next episode. Until then, peace.